Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'll be covering a new game called Ultrakill. I'll be showing you guys how to get Revolver Minigun inside of this game. So, first of all, to begin, we're going to scan for a float value of 100. Make sure our writable is checked and rounded is set to extreme. Okay, so if you don't have hotkey set already, you should do it for this part of the scan. Make sure you set a hotkey for decreased value and a hotkey for increased value. So in my case, I set it to F3 and F2, but these hotkeys can be whatever more convenient for you, the most convenient. Okay, so once we shoot, we're going to scan for a decreased value, and after a while, we're going to scan for increased value afterwards. Alright, so shoot, decreased, increased value, shoot, decreased, increased value. Okay, now we can scan for an exact value of 100. Alright, looks like that's it. Alright, so, now we have the delay between our shots, but this isn't it. If we were to lock this at 100, you see we still don't have minigun yet, because there's still another, well, factor that we need to attend to. So, I bet you guys probably haven't noticed, but there's a new tab up here called Mono, and this only appears when you've attached your cheat engine to a process that uses Unity. So what you're going to want to do is go into Mono and click where it says Activate Mono Features. I already did this. I don't remember when, but just it shouldn't be checked for you when you see this. But you're going to want to click on it, make sure that check is there, and your cheat engine is going to load for a second. And then afterwards, you're going to want to click on Dissect Mono. And then we're going to get this whole DLL dump. And pretty much all the important stuff we're going to find is going to be in assembly C#, but we're not going to worry about this right now. Alright, so basically what that did is that it just labeled everything that is inside of cheat engine. So you see now that you see how this is labeled now? This is weapons charge plus 1200. We know that the instructions here access the weapon charges. So now that everything's all organized with us enabling our mono features and all, we can now copy this address, the address of this 100. Let's copy this, Control C. And we're going to go into Memory View, Tools, and Dissect Data Structures. So take note, if you do not enable mono here, this won't work as it works for me. So we're going to paste the address right here, structures, define these structures. I had already created a structure, but you're going to get this window right here. So you'll see that it already autofills for us Revolver. And make sure you have this checked. So guess field types, make sure this is checked on. And then the size can either be like 4,000, I have it set to 6,000, but either one is fine. And you're going to click on OK. So now we see that we have all the important information labeled in a structure dissect that we can just change, that we can just manipulate to what we see fit. So we can actually see the 100 here. So if we were to just look right here, shoot charge. Every time we shoot, you see that this changes. If we were to make the update interval slightly faster, say 50 milliseconds, we can see more smoothly that every time we shoot, it sets to 0 and then charges back up to 100. But you can also see that there are two different addresses right above that also change when we shoot. So let's add both of these. Add to address list. And I'll charge this shoot charge. So let's say we lock both of these. Alright, so looks like that's it. What if we were to lock both of these? See, it doesn't work. So the address that we're looking for is actually gun ready, not shoot ready. And we want to freeze shoot charge and gun ready at the same time so that we can have a rapid fire. But the thing is, this is still slow. This really isn't all that fast. The reason is because the freeze interval for these cheat engine is maybe 100 milliseconds. And it's not really all that fast compared to if we were to use the same instructions already built inside of Ultrakill to change the values for us. So we're just going to look at the offsets here. So shoot charge has an offset of 188 and gun ready has an offset of 184. Let's make a script manipulating both of those offsets. So here, let's see what writes to shoot charge. Let's see what writes to shoot charge. Every time we shoot, we see that this one gets accessed the most. This is the one that we want. Shown disassembler. And you see everything's all organized. It says revolver.update. Yep, this is all mono features. Alright, now making sure that we have this instruction selected. We're going to Tools, Auto Assemble, Templates, AOB Injection. Okay. And we're going to assign this to our current cheat table. So we see already that we're already manipulating RSI plus 188, which is our shoot charge. So instead of moving XMM5 into shoot charge, we're going to move our own float value of 100. We know that it's a float because, well, we scanned for a float to begin with. And now we're going to create a new instruction here. Well, make sure that you remove the SS. SS only works if you're working with XMM registers. Right, and a new instruction, MOV RSI plus, and now we want gun ready. So it's going to be an offset of 184, 184. We're going to want to move, let's see, a byte integer. You can tell if this is a byte integer, floats, maybe a 4 byte, if you were to just change type and see what these values are. Or maybe you can just double click and see that the type is already set to bytes. And according to what the address says, we're just going to add that type of value into the address. So for a byte, we would type int or integer. And we're just going to select 1. Because 1 is when it's in its prime, when it's ready to fire. Alright, that should be it. Okay. Let's rename this Revolver Minigun. And there you go. You see? This is way faster. It also works with the different types of revolvers. It doesn't work with shotguns though, because this is specific to revolvers, and everything that belongs to revolver classes. guess it also doesn't consume any charges either. If you were to turn this off, maybe it does. Neither. I think that might just be a cheat that I have enabled that I forgot about. Well, that is it for this. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be making a part 2 maybe, and I'll be making this minigun revolver way more overpowered. But that's it for now. I'll see you guys later.